Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Give me a quick audio check. Is the music too loud? I'm a bit tired this morning. Been managing positions, getting into trades, etc. Oh man, I forgot how exhausting the bull market can get. So, we're going to be doing a quick health check on the markets this morning, on the majors. I haven't been trading the majors all that much. I just have my major trades from like a few months ago, right? Still holding them. How's it going, Sach? How's it going, Wolvie? QK fam says dump not over. Weekly chart looks really bad. Also USDC dominance is overflow. Yeah, we're going to talk about all of that today. The big question is, do you want to be over trading these dumps, or do you want to be looking for opportunity during these dumps? What's the mango answer? What's the mango way? What's the best way to become a millionaire? Do you guys want to make money, or do you guys want to be smart? Choose accordingly. I will give you guys advice on what to do. Do you guys want to make money, or do you guys want to be smart? Let me know. Spam in the chat. I want to know your answers. Accordingly, I'll give you guys content. If you guys just want to be smart, I can sound really smart in these streams. You guys have seen me sound smart in these streams. But I think it's time to be making money. Hey Zafar, what do you say? He asks, I was checking the inverted hammers formed in the 1 hour. I don't know, man. The 1 hour time frame, like, okay guys, Bitcoin should not be traded on the lower time frames, okay, right now. In fact, for the longest time, it should not be traded on lower time frames. But when I say lower time frames at the moment, I'm talking about the 1 hour, etc. Let's just get into it. Just get into it. Let's get into it. Let's start. Mango intro and boom. Oh, where's the webcam? Where's the webcam? Where is that handsome fella? There he is. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Sean Dexter, and I welcome you back to the Mango Crow for your Monday morning health check, market health check. I'm going to try to do this every Mondays, regardless of how tired I am, for you guys, so that you guys get a good idea of what's going on in the market, whether we should remain bullish, we should get neutral, or whether we should flip bearish. Right? I wasn't as loud as I should have been last market cycle because everyone was so euphoric, and I didn't want to bust people's bubbles, right? So I gave you guys my analysis. I told you guys what I thought. I told you guys what I think we should not see, and then those bearish signals triggered, and I figured, you know what, that was enough. That was enough for people to get the picture that, you know what, it's time to start, at the very least, taking the foot off the gas. I don't think I was loud enough last cycle. So this cycle I promised to be loud enough, which is why I was so loud when I flipped bullish, when I got really, really bullish at the bottom. So this time, what we're going to do is every Monday, we're going to do a market health check. I can't promise it to you guys because I do get tired, and I have been trading a lot more recently. And Sometimes I miss out on opportunities too because of these lives. Right now though, I think I'm fine for the next 1.5 or 2 hours. I think the markets are gonna take a chill pill at the very least. And I kind of already did my trading this morning. So, you guys want to make money? Ajay says he wants to make money. I mean, you guys got to choose right now, okay? Right now. Do you want to be smart or do you want to make money? Like, I'm not saying this as a joke. You have no idea how many people I've seen lose so much money, lose so many opportunities as well, because they're trying to be smart. Me too, by the way. Me too. My biggest mistake when I started off in the space was I thought my intelligence and my background in computer science, in distributed ledger technologies, etc., studying distributed systems, I thought all of that was going to be my edge. It can be your edge, but it can also, it's a double-sided edge. It cuts both ways. It's a blade. So, today, we're going to be starting off with Bitcoin. Overall market conditions can also be just gleaned at, right, by looking at the dashboard. I honestly, guys, this dashboard too, it's a gift from Mango to you guys. Considering the amount of value, the amount of alpha that you guys get from this dashboard, it is ridiculous. There's a free version as well as a premium version. Make sure you guys take advantage of it, regardless whether you guys are free users or not. Use it before your analysis, right? Just look at it. Look at the top right-hand corner over here, market-wide trend, market-wide volatility, and go through the time frames. Just by looking at the color, right? Just by looking at the colors, you get an idea of what the market's doing, right? This is like, oh, green across the board. Holy shit. Trends are long. I should be trading the direction of the trend. That's as simple. You guys all know this, okay? Even the basics, even someone starting in the markets always know that you always know that all you need to do is keep the probability in your side, and you'll win in the long run, right? We always are taught that. That's one of the first things we're taught. But for some reason, people want to win on every single trade. You don't need to win on every single trade. You just need to win over the long run, and your account builds up gigantically in the crypto space because of the compounding effect of how crypto moves in percents, right? So keep the probability on your side, and you'll win in the long run. So how do you keep the probability on your side? What's the easiest way to keep the probability on your side? Trade in the direction of the trend. That's it, guys. That's why I'm a trend trader, because I'm not trying to be smart anymore. I'm just like, you know what, F it. I'm not trying to pick tops. I'm not trying to pick bottoms. I just want to win in the long run, right? And trend trading is the best way to do it. So first things first, look at the trend column. If it's all green, just say, you know what, the markets are bullish. I don't want to trade against this. I want to trade in the direction of this. But now if you say, you know what, but I'm looking at the volatility column over here, and things are looking overly bullish. It's too red. Things are too volatile. Maybe I want to look into whether I want to start adding to my positions, or maybe scaling out, or maybe just wait for volatility conditions to reduce. For example, look at AVAX, right? AVAX is blue over here. Maybe I like that, but wait a minute. AVAX's trend is neutral. Why is the rest of the market long and AVAX neutral? Should I be looking into this a tad bit more? Maybe, right? So go look into it and see. Oh wait, even ICP, by the way, ICP is looking fantastic, right? I really like it. Go look at AVAX and see, is it coming down on trend support on the higher time frames? That could be an opportunity, right? So that's how you start thinking. First, you trade in the direction of the market's trend, which is long. Then you want to trade in the direction of your asset's trend, and that you can find by hitting your drop down. And for example, Bitcoin, it's long across most time frames. The 12 are though still short, right? So that's how you start building a thesis as to whether you want to go hardcore long into your position, or kind of step back, maybe reduce position size, etc. Right? But the best way to keep the probability on your side is to trade in the direction of the trend. Is the trade always going to be perfect? No, right? It's not going to be the perfect conditions for your trade, and that's where the risk comes in, right? You always get paid for risk. For example, let's go on to Bitcoin. Is it looking perfect over here? Is it looking perfect over here? No, the 12 hour short, right? So you'll be trading against the 12 hour. Do you want to do that? If you do, You may get rewarded for it by going against the 12-hour trend, but I am not putting on leverage trades against the 12-hour time frame over here. Okay, I'm not. This has been a barometer for a year and a half now, and it served us well. So I'm not putting leverage trades, but do I want to trade spot trades on Bitcoin against the based on this? Yes, hell yes. As long as the 4-day and the weekly are long, I'm going to be looking for spot position ads. I didn't get that though, right? I didn't get what I was looking for, and we'll come back to that in a bit. Okay, we kind of went off on a tangent over here, but this kind of lines up with what we want to talk about today, which is essentially a health check on the entire market. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through all the time frames, and what I want you guys to do is keep your eye on the top right hand corner over here. Okay, we're looking at the market wide trend and the market wide volatility across the time frames. Start with the 4 hour. 4 hours looking really good, long, and the volatility has compressed down to the orange region, right? So 50 right in the middle. So not bad, right? Things were getting a bit heated up last week. 12 hour neutral. So this is kind of lining up with what Bitcoin's doing too. Bitcoin short, right? But the market is neutral. Interesting. Can we garner some analysis from that? Can we garner some insight from that? If Bitcoin's short, but the rest of the market's neutral, it kind of means that the altcoins are doing better than Bitcoin, right? Right? That's what I'm reading from this. The market is neutral, but Bitcoin is short. Interesting. Very, very interesting. We've been hunting for that moment, guys, where the best moment when it's time to transition from Bitcoin dominance of our portfolio into altcoins. Right? We're never going to go into altcoin dominance, but we want to go right now we're 90 to 95% Bitcoin. We want to inch towards that 75%, but we want the right conditions. And just by let's put all of this analysis away, all of this dashboard away for a second, okay, and just think about me. Just watch me as a experienced trader who's been in this market since 2017. Based on my experience, I've been kind of scaling into alts more aggressively, right? Just this morning, I told you guys I'm tired right now because I've been trading all morning. Because the markets have been giving me opportunity that I just cannot not take. I have to take the trades, right? We posted 2 trades in the Mango Seed altcoin section recently, and I don't post trades often, right? But when I do post trades, these are trades that I really, really like and I want to take them. One already has done a 10x from my entry. A 10x is ridiculous. It's pulled back now a tad bit, but I still like the trade. The other one is inching up and grinding ever so silently. And these trades are all doing well. So there are other experienced traders who've been in the market even before me who are also getting into position, right? That's how your altcoin rally begins, guys. And now we're seeing signs on the dashboard as well. We're seeing signs, right? Where Bitcoin is showing 12-hour short trend. Market though is neutral on the 12 hour. Let's move on. Daily long across the market. Market volatility 81 though. I want to caution against over trading the market wide volatility at this juncture, guys. When the market's going to a trending state, you're going to start seeing volatility stay red longer than it is compressed. Okay, you're going to see that soon too when you're going to get onto the charts. So you're going to see moments where volatility compresses, right? But believe me, those moments will not last long because people are hungry right now. People are looking to buy. The smart traders, the experienced traders are going to be buying those up. Volatility will not stay long. We should look at AVAX, by the way, today. Okay, guys, remind me to look at AVAX. ICP, for example, I looked at because of what the dashboard was saying as well. And also shout out to John Gundry who pointed it out to me. Where was I? Right. Daily long volatility red, but do not overtrade the volatility. Do not. I don't want to say overtrade it. Pounce when you see good volatility conditions. That's what I will say. Pounce. So you see blue volatility, pounce, right? Just the other day we were seeing blue volatility on so many coins. For example, Sol when it was sitting at around I think 120, 130ish, it turned blue volatility again, right? Or was it lower? And we're like, guys, people are ignoring. So man, I should do a daily video and clip that out. I'll get more subscribers on the channel because we were like, guys, Sol is looking good again. And now look at its price, 187, right? And now the volatility is again compressing. Holy shit, maybe we should look at Sol today. Okay, look at Sol. This is what you want to see. Neutral volatility, previously short. Volatility blue, neutral trend, previously short, right? So it's going from a bearish condition to a neutral condition that flips into a long condition. The volatility is looking good. We have bullish divergence on the daily as well. Yeah, there we go. This is how you do a market health check. This is also how you find opportunities, because you're doing a market health check. Wow, you're finding opportunities live. Let's look at Sol. Let's look at Sol today. What else? Okay, no, we're going through the time frames. We're going to the time frames. Sean, you're tired, but stick to the agenda. Okay, daily long, volatility red, but don't overtrade it. 2-day long, volatility red, same structure. But Bitcoin, look at that. Market's long, but Bitcoin's neutral. Is it time for altcoins, guys? At least for 1 week can we get an altcoin rally? I'll tell you guys why. I am kind of looking for an altcoin rally. Not looking, I'm wanting an altcoin rally. I'll tell you why today. 4-day. Switching on 4-day is looking good. Volatility at the orange region, much like the 4-hour. And long. What about the weekly? Weekly, long. And volatility, okay, it's at 67. Not bad, not bad. I like it. I can't be bearish. Zafar, I cannot, looking at everything now, I cannot let one 1 hour candle get me bearish. If there's a pullback, that's opportunity, right? That's how you look at it. You look at it, you do an overall health check and be like, okay, this is my bias. Any opportunity towards the downside, right, is going to be, or rather, any move towards the downside is going to be my opportunity. You set your bias and trade in that direction only, right? Don't try to trade up and down, up and down. Don't try to trade both directions if you guys are new, okay? If you guys are at the stage where you can trade both the directions, you should not be watching Mango. You guys are beyond this analysis. You guys are too good to be watching Mango, right? I'm here to help you guys who are new and want to make money the easy way, not the complicated way. So all of you here should be trading in one direction, right? Otherwise you wouldn't be here wasting your time. So just trade in the direction of the trend, right? When we flip short, we'll be trading only in the direction of that trend. Does that make sense, guys? Like, look at this. Bitcoin flipped, or rather reflipped long 150 days ago. That was 5 months ago. Were you, in the last 5 months, were you ever rewarded for staying short? I'm saying staying short, hey, not the small moves, guys. Those aren't wins to write home about. Okay. Now on over to the charts, or any questions? Cheers, Abba. Glad you like the honesty. Hey, Bean. Good to see you. Santon's in here too. Avi, Julian. Okay, charts. Bitcoin. We have a brand new weekly. How do you guys like the weekly? Bull Shabash. Spam the chat. I want to get a feel for what you guys are thinking. So Zafar says, I don't know why, but my heart says BTC is going to dump for the time being. Market trend is bullish if we see 4-hour time frame. Yeah. So Bitcoin, let me touch a little bit on your gut instinct, your feeling. Sometimes your gut instinct is really not. I don't want to say this. You should always listen to your gut instinct, but you should trade objectively, right? You should trade the data. You should trade the analysis. So if your gut instinct is saying go long, but your analysis is saying, hey, I should be bearish, trade your when there's a conflict, trade the system, trade your analysis. When they are in confluence, though, when your gut instinct is saying, hey, go long, okay, and the analysis is also saying go long, but everywhere else you're hearing conflicting theories on go bearish, that's when you really step in on the trade. Those are your most profitable trades, right? So that was one of the trades that we posted in the altcoin seed section, where I had to actually go onto a brand new exchange to put on the trade, because my gut instinct was telling me this thing is going to blow, right? This thing is going to go hard and I better get on there fast. But it wasn't on an exchange that I traded on. So I had to actually make an account on a brand new exchange. And all of you who have been watching Mango for a long time, you guys know how averse I am to doing that. You guys know I'm very picky about moving onto exchange, and I'm very slow to moving onto exchange, especially for just one coin. But my gut instinct was telling me to that I should go hard on this one, and my analysis was also telling me that. So the confluence is when you really want to step on the pedal, right? But always trade your analysis. Always trade your analysis, because that's what you can hang your hat on in the long run. You can always blame your analysis for being wrong, right? But when your gut instinct is wrong and you traded that, trust me, the pain is like, oh man, all the signals were there. I should have just followed my signals, right? No. So, yeah. So with that aside, let's move on to the actual charts. What are you guys saying? Bullish or bearish on Bitcoin? Or what do you guys think of Bitcoin? Do we rally from here or what? Boogie said, dear mom and dad, I made another 3% today. Bullish, says Abba. CS says bullish. Julian says good 3-day and 4-day and 1 weekly close, considering the weakness earlier in the week. Wasn't expecting to see a decent strength into the close. Yeah, I was watching the charts like a hawk the last 12 hours. For BC, Julian, yeah, thinking the same, says B-Nature. Bearish since it's closed red. However, the inverted hour head in shoulder, inverted shoulder. I'm stuck. Okay, I'm stuck. Sometimes, something else I want to touch on there. Sometimes when the trade is difficult, just don't trade it. Don't trade it. People want, again, this goes back to what I was talking about in the beginning of the stream. People want to be smart. People want to figure it out. Man, if it's, I tell Krisha this too. I'm like, man, if it's difficult, just F it. F it. Go on easier trades. You guys have seen how I've been taking only easier trades, like no-brainer trades. I'm like, it's so easy, I'll take it. If it's difficult, I just don't trade it. Unlike school, unlike university, unlike your goddamn job, you get to choose. You get to choose your opponent over here. You get to choose the topic you want to study here. You get to ignore all that complicated shit and just take the easy stuff. We have been cultured into always wanting to be right, which is bad for trading, and always wanting complexity so we can sound smart, which is bad for trading. Okay? I like easy. I like stress-free. I like Mango. Right? So when the trade's difficult, I just don't trade it. So when you're stuck, move on to altcoins. That's what I've been doing. In the morning, I've been taking such no-brainer trades, and yeah. Demand line looking crazy. Where's the demand line? Neutral to bullish, says Wolfie. I vouch for Sean's gut instinct. Whenever he posts something on Seed, it pumps before I can enter. You're not fast enough, man. Tesla man says, bro, you're making me jealous. I cut my hair. Yours looks so good. Do you have curly hair too? Just grow it out, man. Just grow it out. This is my morning hair. I haven't done anything so. Oh man, I'm tired, guys. Let's go. Bull market vibes. So I'm going to give you guys my analysis on Bitcoin over here, but again, it's pretty rudimentary. The candle would have been better if we closed green. Okay. We took out the prior week's low, which is this candle over here, right? So we put in like a spinning top, call it what you will, indecision candle. And what you don't want to see is the low being taken out of that, because once you do see that low, that's a quick lower time frame trade at the very least. When you see that low getting taken out, you can put on a short almost immediately, because you're going to see continuation down to the next support level. And 60,000 seems to be a psychological level at the very least on the weekly. It is a daily level though, probably on the lower time frames. But yeah, that's a trade that you can note down. If you take out the low of the previous weekly candle spinning top, you're almost likely going to see immediate continuation. But if you don't close underneath the low, okay, for longer term continuation, based on the weekly, 4-day, etc. If you don't close underneath the low, the bears are going to feel very, very antsy, right? Because look what happened. Look what happened. You got picked up. You got picked up immediately, right? So we tapped into those lows. We did not see continuation, because if you want to see continuation, you want to see a close underneath the previous candle's low. We did not see that because the close underneath the previous candle low would mean market acceptance underneath that level. The market did not accept price underneath that level. So the bears are feeling antsy over here. That being said, the bulls didn't get what they want either, right? Because the bulls would want to see the candle close green. That would have been the perfect bullish candle close. We did not see that. So candle close red. So overall, we are back to indecision, in my opinion, right? We are back to indecision, kind of leaning towards, I would say bearish, kind of leaning towards bearish, right? You know why I'd say bearish? Because the bulls have gotten what they wanted. The bulls are not motivated to put too much into it right now because they are sitting deep in profits, right? When you're sitting deep in profits, are you like keen? Are you keen to like step on the pedal? No, right? You don't have that compression of volatility yet, that consolidation. You don't have that confidence building up. You haven't taken profits from other trades and you need to deploy capital. All of that's not there yet, right? We just had week after week after week after week after upside. This is all behavioral economics, guys. This is how human beings work, right? You start building a position over time. You start seeing the structure form. You start seeing the round formation. The bulls are going to take some time to do that. That being said, there are lots of sideliner traders, or rather traders who are on the sideline, who have been part of this move over here because they're like, F it, man, F it. We need to get into position, right? I know personally a lot of big traders who got overly cute over here at around 30,000, lost position, and by the time they came back and looked at the charts, price was sitting at 42, and then they saw price rip up, and now they're getting back in over here at 60K, right? Because if price goes up further and they miss out on this entire bull market, it's too difficult. These are the same traders who are going further out on the risk curve now and trading altcoins, the lower caps, to be able to make up for Bitcoin trades, right? So you can take advantage of that as well, right? Because they want to collect more Bitcoin, make up for this entire gain, also this entire lost gain for them, and collect their Bitcoin back. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm going further out on the risk curve and trying to trade those trends. We'll talk about that as well. Okay, so Bitcoin. Today's analysis is deep, but this is health check. We have a range though, regardless of this being indecision. We now have a range that we can trade. This is what I'm going to keep it easy for you guys. Look at the high 2 weeks ago. That high is coming in at 73,794, right? So let's say 73,800. Okay, the high and this most recent week's low, which is coming in at 60,700. Let's just say 60,000, okay? So we're looking at a high of 74,000 and a low of 60,000. That's the range. That's the range that we are trading within now, okay? That's your range. As long as Bitcoin's trading within that range, everything's in equilibrium for that range, right? We're not really making any moves, in my opinion. So again, 60,000 is your low, 70,000, 74,000 is your high, okay? Trading between that range. So market could go sideways. Let's go ahead and talk about dynamic levels. That's your bid opportunity. I'm looking to bid that myself. That's coming in 54,000. Go ahead and note that down if you guys don't have access to the dynamic. Here's your free alpha. 51,000 is the bottom of the range. 54,000 is the top of the range, okay? If price comes down, I'll be looking to bid that. Let's go ahead and talk about the Mango Equilibrium Tracker now. Here, this is a new indicator that I've been using for a while myself. I like to forward test and back test indicators before I show to you guys. This indicator is currently available for free to the dynamic users, so you guys can use it in conjunction. I don't know whether this will remain the case, by the way. Most likely, at the very least, it's going to be available for the time being for the dynamic users. You guys get this. But the new dynamic users, I don't know whether you guys will also get this. I don't even know whether I'm going to publish this. That's what I mean to say. I don't even know whether this is going to be an official indicator. Kushana is still figuring whether we want to do that, figuring that out. Okay, but I do want to talk on what's going on over here, because this indicator is so good for opportunities and also visualizing whether we should remain bullish or bearish in terms of the cyclical play, lower time frame play, etc., etc. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to zoom out. I want to show you guys something. Okay, as to what's going on. We can essentially use the colors. Okay. Any questions, by the way, before I move on? Because I haven't looked at the chat in a bit. Is the music fine? Okay, so this is what I'm looking at, guys. The colors essentially have been a really, really good way to stay on the right side of the cyclical trade, okay? And you'll notice that even though you're not catching the top perfectly, and you don't need to catch the top perfectly, you'll notice that this has done tremendously well, right? After a prolonged move, so green, guys, means bullish expansion, blue means bullish compression. So green and blue are both bullish, right? It just shows you expansion or compression, okay? Green, bullish expansion, blue, bullish compression. When we flip into red orange, right, after a prolonged period of green blue, which means we've been in a cyclical bullish trend, right? Any flip into red or orange is a big warning sign. It's a big warning sign, and you likely want to start scaling out of your positions on any bounce to the upside. Okay, you want to start scaling out on any bounce to the upside. It held true for this entire bear market between 2014 all the way to 2015. It kept you out. You wouldn't have had fake hope, false hope on the bounces. You would have been selling on the bounces, and then it flipped into a prolonged bull market, right? Green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, all the way to around here, $10,000, right? So basically, we broke trend, or rather broke volatility trend, and then everything was a sell. So you would have stayed out from around 11,000 all the way down to 3,000, right? And then again, you had a fake bear market. No, I wouldn't say fake, a legit bear market over here, because COVID was, even in Krisha's opinion, a proper cyclical reset. You would have avoided this right over here between 10,000 to 3,000, right? And then we flipped bullish back at around 8,000, and you stayed in the trade all the way till 60,000 and flipped bearish over here. This was the big one that caught everyone out, right? Because we flipped bearish, but immediately flipped bullish again and then flipped bearish, right? So this one was the big one that caught a lot of people out in while we were trading it. And now, here's where things get really, really interesting, okay? We flip long at around 25,000. And remember, guys, you don't want to use this indicator in isolation, okay? You want to use it in conjunction with your current system. I'm using it as a way to filter out false signals on the dynamic, right? That's how I'm using it. You guys can use it however you want. Read the signals over here. Take a screenshot if you want. But we flip bullish at around, where was it? Let's say 21,000. Somewhere around 21,000, and we've stayed bullish. But I want you guys to look at how recently, ever since we broke the 28K, we've stayed green. Okay, we've stayed green. I'm going to go and expand for you guys. The green stands for volatility expanding. Blue stands for bullish expansion, right? Bullish expansion, and blue stands for bullish compression. They're both volatility reads of bullishness or bearishness, right? So bullish expansion, bullish compression, but green has been consistent for this entire trend. And when was the last time we saw this? We had to go all the way back to maybe here, right? Over here in 2013 we saw something like that, and maybe you could say the 2020 rally, right? So this is ultra bullish right here. Like it's a bit concerning, right? It's a bit concerning is what I want to say in terms of market health check. But you want to ride the trend. You can't say no, this is too much. You can't say that, because too much could last for too long, and you may miss out. I know people who missed out from 5K all the way to $20,000 Bitcoin. I remember, because I was trading back then. I was mostly in altcoins, and I was watching everyone's opinion for whether or not Bitcoin is going to keep going. And everyone's like, nah, this is too high. It's too high. 5,000 felt too high, and we went from 5,000 to 20,000. Okay, and that was painful. That was very painful. So I'll just leave that as a note for you guys, in case you guys haven't experienced a Bitcoin rally while altcoins are doing nothing. So you always got to guard for that. Don't go all into altcoins with no Bitcoin whatsoever. Hey Manjuro, how's it going, man? Good to have you here. So that's my read on the weekly. I want to talk about the monthly now, since we will be we'll be closing a monthly soon. I do have the Ichimoku opened up over here, but let's go ahead. The tennis may temporarily. What's more important, guys, is cloud has flipped green on the monthly. Not important to me, not right now, at least not this cycle. TK cross is important. How far we are sitting away from the tanking Kijun is important. So I want to talk about this, but before we do, any questions? I'll take a break too. Yeah, we'll be covering Cardano soon as well. So Cardano, Solana, and maybe Casper. Okay. Just a few things. So now Bitcoin on the monthly. What's going on over here? It's strong. It's strong. We got bullish TK cross, which means the trend is beginning. And as long as every time that we've had a TK cross, right, it's been bull market time, right? Bull market time, right over here too. TK cross, bull market time, TK cross, bull market time. And that's pretty much it, because we didn't have enough data over here in the past to actually rely on the TK cross on the monthly. But the tanking Kijun have still traded. We will cover ICP, Cardano, Solana, KAS. Guys, let me finish Bitcoin. Please be patient. ICP, by the way, we'll be doing a daily dedicated video on ICP today, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, TK cross has been a good signal. That being said, there have been monthly pullbacks even after the TK cross, right? You guys can see right over here, red candle, right over here, red candle, right over here, red candle. So we can kind of try to foreshadow whether or not we're going to be getting a red candle this month or the next month, right? One of the things that I've been talking about is this. Oh, this is the wrong chart. Damn it. Let's go 9-1. I'll just redo it. I had the charts ready, but one of the things I've been talking about is essentially this level right over here, guys. Then mark out the candle close, then mark out the high, right? And what I did was I marked out a zone between those two levels. I said, okay, if Bitcoin closes at or above the zone, we're likely going to see parabolic continuation, in which case I would have to pull my timeline for when this bull market sees a top. I hate to call it a top, but the timeline for when the bull market sees the top, I would have to pull it into the summer, right, earlier, because currently my timeline is October, November. If we close at or above, I'd have to pull it a bit sooner, right, because we'd likely be seeing continuation. I put that in as a 35% probability at the time. Now, because we're seeing a pullback at the zone over here, right, with this new monthly candle, we're not seeing that immediate continuation, although we did put in a high, which is, and we have 6 days left. So keep that in mind too. If we see this month close above 69,000, if we see the month close at 70,000 above, I think we're in for a summer rally. But as things stand, if we cool off, things may look good for a longer cycle, okay? So we want things to cool off as long as it's not too bearish. It would look a lot like what we did over here, where if you go ahead and draw in something similar, right, where we saw the market come up at, let's go, turn this into a white solid line, right? You can see that the market closed at the level, not above the level, and we didn't see immediate continuation. What we did see, however, was a month of consolidation. Right? When you see a candle like this, it's an indication of consolidation, right? Put in a high, put in a low, took out the previous month's high, took out the previous month's low, but pretty much closed within the range of the previous month's candle. That's consolidation, right? So we had 1 month of consolidation. Everyone took their profits. New people entered the market by accumulating, right? That's why, by the way, this entire Wyckoff analysis of accumulation distribution is really, really, you guys gotta take that with a grain of salt, and you need to really watch the angular lows and highs more than just saying, hey, this is accumulation distribution. Because if someone is distributing, what if somebody else is accumulating, right? Just think of it logically. Like, it all depends on buying power, selling power, which is why the angular direction of the lows and highs matter more, in my opinion. Whatever. Keep it simple, guys, in my opinion. But yeah, what if you're doing something like this, where we have a red month of consolidation at the highs? That would be bullish, right? That would make this even that much more similar to 2016's rally, which was a long ass rally, which is what nobody is kind of predicting right now, right? What if we see a longer rally even past 2015 into 2016? That would be insane. But that wouldn't mean that we need months of consolidation. Right now, market keeps going up, man. I'm not looking forward to a long ass run. That's for sure. I don't like how far we are from the 10 SMA. Let's go ahead and turn that on as well. Right over here, guys, the 10 SMA is freaking sitting at $40,000. $40,000. No, I don't mean summer 2025, man. I mean this summer. That's why I'm saying it's a bit bearish, right? But I like what's going on now. That would change my opinion. Cheers, Taps. Oh, you're leaving. Thank you for joining, buddy. Okay. So yeah, where was I? Yeah, the 10 SMA really, really far away from price, right? Like, usually that kind of indicates we are going into a parabolic run unless we start seeing price consolidate and gives the 10 SMA time to come up to price, or price come down to the 10 SMA. And even that is going to be reminiscent of this move over here prior to the 2016-2017 run, where we saw a impulsive move away from the 10 SMA and then a move back down to the 10 SMA Tenkin, the confluence over there. We retested it and then we saw a big run, right? And now this happened prior to the all-time highs getting tested. But remember what I said over here, guys. We are pulling forward time because of the ETF, right? Last time around, in the last cycle I just showed you guys, 2016, right? The ETF factor wasn't in there. This time what the ETF factor did was it increased the demand side while also drawing attention to the Bitcoin halving ahead of time. Usually the Bitcoin halving would be getting priced in a lot later, right? This time it drew in attention to the Bitcoin halving all the way in Jan, because in December, Jan, people were already talking about the Bitcoin halving. The news was ETF, and hey, by the way, it's also Bitcoin halving coming up, right? So put those two factors together, these two events, this event here and this event here, got combined, right? So I'm kind of like trying to put together a narrative and a thesis for a move down to the 10 SMA Tenkin and things still be fine, which would mean a move down to around 45,000 to wherever the 10 SMA comes up to next month, right? So 42,000. Is Sean getting too bearish? But could we see something like that? Maybe the 10 can come up, 10 SMA come up. I don't know, man. But that's how we see a prolonged rally into 2025. Did I just scare everyone? Bean is like, I hope it dumps to 42. Okay, so if it does dump to 42, the bull side of that is it's going to be so much easier to collect Bitcoin with your altcoins. Because think about it this way, guys. Right now, like when I do the math in my head and I'm taking profits from altcoins, I'm thinking, man, I need $67,000 worth of altcoin profits per Bitcoin, right? For me to capture one Bitcoin from my altcoin trade, I need a $67,000 profit. Do you know how easy it was to collect Bitcoin back when price was only 3,000? Sorry, over here. So much easier. And now it's like, oh man, I need $67,000 for each Bitcoin, right? So when it comes down to $40,000, that's when it becomes even that much more lucrative to trade altcoins, because they're like, yeah, I just need $40,000. Krisha's in here. She's like, so I'm noticing all things crypto is trending on social. Yeah. And Sean's talking about $42,000 target Bitcoin based on whether we reject over here. If we reject the zone and we close underneath the next month, we could see the 10 can hit, Krisha. Don't laugh, I'm serious. All right. Okay, with the bearishness now aside, keep this in mind though. The 2-day still looks really good as long as we're holding. But remember, I'm not trading the 2-day. I was very clear on that. I'm not trading the 2-day time frame. I can trade above the zone that I marked out for you guys. I'm not too keen on the 2-day time frame, but it did see play through. Krisha pointed out the 2-day bullish divergence on Bitcoin the other day. It already played out though, right? You already saw the bullish divergence play out. We had bullish divergence come on over to the dynamic support, and we saw a bounce. I was hoping to see continuation of that bounce if we broke out of that structure, the 12-hour structure that I marked out on the premium video for you guys. Again, the premium video on the dashboard section. Krisha has been covering the phantom trade. I think all of you who took the phantom trade with Krisha are probably like 4x to 3x to 4x up. I don't know, or 5x up. I don't know. But good stuff on that trade. There's another trade that I've been covering on Altcoin trade that is also doing fantastic, and the Bitcoin trade that we posted that did not trigger. Well, it depends on whether you're hunting for the lower high, right? Let's go back to the chart. Okay, right over here. This 2-day could work out. I'm not trading the 2-day time frame over here, especially since if you even look at the Mango Equilibrium Tracker, there is time. We could wait, right, for the blue compression area to come within the equilibrium bands, and then it might be a better trade. But personally, I'm just going to wait for the 4-day, right? The 4-day dynamic is coming in at, and this is going to look good too, right? I think we're going to compress within the equilibrium bands on the equilibrium tracker when price comes down to the 4-day dynamic level, if it does come down over there. I'm going to wait for the 4-day or the weekly personally. Until then, I'll rather look towards altcoins. All right, that's it for Bitcoin. Sol. Just go through the altcoins really, really fast. Stop pushing the price up. Man, I wish I had that kind of power to do that. All right, let's go. Sean, power through. Sol, looking fantastic. 12-hour neutral flip from short to neutral, like we pointed out in the beginning of the stream. Daily neutral, but everything else is looking really, really good. Long on the weekly, long on the 4-day, long on the 2-day. Kind of want to play this myself now here. 33 vol. I really like that. Bullish divergence on the daily. 4-hour long, flip long 3 hours ago, momentum picking up. That means volatility looking great as well. Flipping on over to the Sol chart right over here, you can see that we bounced off the daily dynamic once, twice, 3 times. Like, at what point do the bears just give up on this being the top, right? The trend is your friend until the trend ends, and this is looking like a fantastic trade, fantastic trend. You guys know my opinion on Sol on the higher time frames. I switch on over to the weekly. You guys know that I'm looking for all-time highs to get hit, especially since this inflection point over here is not the key inflection point that we're looking at, right? The key level I looked at, guys, was this $133 region. That was my main inflection point. You can look at this white dotted line over here, and you can see that we closed above last week, but then we rejected this week. But I think that is more of a consequence of the market going into consolidation over here and not Sol's weakness. We'll watch this week. If this week closes at or above 204, I'm looking back towards all-time highs, guys, like 250, 260. I was looking at 250, 260 all the way since 135. And again, that is still in play. That's still in play until I see weakness at this level, right? Right now, I think Sol is looking fantastic. And now the daily is looking good too, with the daily dynamic support, daily neutral with bullish divergence on the dashboard, 12-hour flip from short to neutral. As soon as this flips to long, I'll be potentially looking towards a lower time frame, so shorter duration leverage trade on Sol. Yeah. So essentially, let's say the 12-hour flips long on the dashboard, guys. Keep an alert on this one, right? Flip on over to your 12-hour time frame, set an alert by clicking right over here. Look towards this 12-hour flipping long, and then you'll have a trade. If you go ahead and put in a horizontal right over there, likely coming in from a W-like structure, right? That's going to break over here, and you're looking for continuation to the upside over here. I'm looking towards all-time highs, So keep an eye out on Sol, provided we break, right? Remember though, this dotted line over here is our weekly level, so you can go ahead and mark it a zone if you want to be ultra safe. Damn. Okay, next chart is Cardano. So again, lower time frame trades on Sol is between 191 to 200. If you break that W-like structure, the zone over here is where you want to be using as your trigger. It's gonna keep you safe, or you could just trade the horizontal at 192 if you want to be a little bit more aggressive. Okay, and then you're looking for continuation all the way to local high at the very least, but I'm looking towards all-time highs on the weekly. That's going to be coming in at 261. Cardano, we posted on Cardano in our Discord this weekend. Cardano was squeezing. I said 4-hour trend long, blue volatility, but 12-hour is going against you. So I say wait on confirmation here. If we break down, bid the measured move of the breakdown for spot buys, for quick scalp play, or you could even use it for your spot positioning, okay, on your higher time frame key trend indicator. This breakdown, if it did break down, it didn't break down. This breakdown was pointing straight down to your weekly dynamic, right? And that would have been a good opportunity to add to your spot trades, but it didn't do that. It broke up. And the thing is, it breaking up doesn't give you much of a trade, which is why I wasn't too excited for it. Why? Because you're still breaking into a resistance zone over here, right? So you need to break up with an impulsive move. It could still do that, right? It needs to see a move above this yellow zone over here, above this yellow zone. I also want to draw attention to the dashboard's trend profile this weekend and what it looks like right now, right? If you look at Cardano right now, it's flipped from short to neutral, which is a good sign. So we saw a break of that squeeze to the upside. Volatility is looking really good too. If this flips long, it's likely going to lead to continuation of what I just showed you to the upside over here. I wanted to see it close 12-hour candles above 67. Really needed to see that because the zone over here is not a zone I want to trade against. So that's Cardano. Weekly though, let's go ahead and make this small. Put this here. Should put this here. One, 2, 3 weeks. It's kind of taking its time now, right? But it's still closing within that zone. I just need to adjust this, guys. see, we're not seeing continuation past it because that zone is a trouble zone. Over here, the weekly closed into the zone, not above the zone, which is again a trouble point, right? A trouble point. If we close underneath the zone, I'm not going to be liking this much anymore. I think we're going to come and attack all of these lows over here at 56. At that point, I'd rather like to scale out of my Cardano position and look to add into coins that are looking stronger. And I've been showing you guys coins that are looking stronger recently, right? So yeah, Cardano, it's running out of time, and if it does do that while other coins are looking strong, you're going to start seeing people take profits, and it's going to attack the lows again, and you can look to reposition over there, right? You'd have liked to see this reach the top of the zone by now, but it's not doing that. It's not doing that. There's no momentum on this one currently. Maybe we'll want to switch on over to the monthly time frame for this chart on our next revisit of this trade. For now, that's Cardano still struggling to get past the zone. So we buy above or below that on Sol. No, so you want to, okay. There are two ways to trade the Sol thing. You want to buy above the zone because right now we're sitting too close to the zone, or you're looking for, can I? No. Let's say this W doesn't play out, okay? Let's say we go up to the top of the range here and we reject instead. At that point, what you're looking for, guys, is a rejection into a higher low into an ascending triangle here, right? You're looking for a longer term consolidation, kind of like we put in over here at the bottom, a long consolidation and continuation. So you're looking for that bull flag to get formed. So you don't want to buy here. You either buy above the zone that I showed you guys, I marked for you guys, or you want to bid somewhere around here. Okay, Cardano. Okay, now KAS. KAS looking weak on the high time frames, good on low time frames. If you switch on over to the charts over here, you're going to see that it did something interesting, right? We did close above a key 2-day level, which is essentially the 2-day dynamic that we've been looking at. It's been keeping us on the right side of the trade, making sure that we're not building into the wrong side of momentum. So we've claimed the 2-day dynamic, as well as we are looking good on the Mango Equilibrium tracker, right? The Mango Equilibrium bands are living above the volatility area, while the volatility area is also compressing. So this looks like a accumulation, area right over here for KAS. That's how I'm looking at this as. So I'll be looking to scale a portion back into my KAS position because I did de-risk out of my, not de-risk, but I reallocated elsewhere because I was looking at opportunity elsewhere. But now, right over here, I'm getting an opportunity to get back into position at a lower price. Because it's looking good. It's looking good over here. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking good. And remember what we said about KAS. KAS should be looked at on the monthly time frame. Just looking at this, guys, right over here, right? That was support level at around 13 cents, right? We said KAS may take longer than people expect, and it may trend on the monthly, and each impulse move is going to surprise people. Because look at this. This looks fantastic on the monthly, and you don't want to be fading this, right? Until this structure breaks over here, I'm going to remain long-term bullish on KAS, because KAS is one of the coins that stayed bullish even during the bear market. That being said, KAS has recently lost its trend against Bitcoin. So that's something you want to keep an eye on. And you don't want to be having a strong ass position on this one, because if your portfolio size on KAS is too strong while it's losing against Bitcoin, you're just going to feel like shit. So having exposure is important, because this is really doing well against USD, but you don't want to be over allocating to something that is underperforming against Bitcoin now, right? All right, I think I'm done, guys. This is what I set out to cover today. I'm really tired. We can look at Theta really quickly. I've been in front of the computer all freaking morning too, so I'm really tired. 4-hour long volatility looking good. 12-hour neutral, flip from short, so that's good. Long on the weekly, 4-day, 2-day. Let's go look at the monthly resistance right over here. Monthly resistance right over here. Almost had a target, eh? So our theta trade was all the way here, man. Based on the weekly Tenkan Ichimoku, like I drew out this arrow, this thingy, back when we were looking at it over here. We were looking for it to enter into the cloud. As soon as it entered the cloud, that was your edge to edge trade. We are at monthly resistance though, but look at that, the weekly closed above monthly resistance. As long as we hold weekly candles above this region, this likely wants to make its way to the top of the cloud, which is our target of around $5.20. I think it makes its way up there anyways. Like, we may not do it this month, we could do it next month or the month after. It doesn't really matter. We have a zone over here too at $2.03 that can hold a support in the following months. Even if we lose this horizontal here at 280, this is going to make its way up to $5 most likely, edge to edge trade. Let's look at the weekly Ichimoku. Sorry, weekly 200. Yeah, look at that, the weekly 200 is right over there too. Yeah, so as long as we're holding this zone over here, guys, at 265, this is going to go up to $5. All right, guys, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm taking a 2 to 3 hour break. This is one of the reasons why I'm so reticent against doing too many of these live streams, because now I need a break from the computer completely, and I'm scared I'm going to miss out on trade opportunities. But I'll do these every Mondays for sure. You know, I often wonder how people do a lot of daily videos and live streams. There's some people who do it like twice or thrice a day, right? And there's no way you're trading and doing these analysis. There's no way. There's no effing way. There's no way. Like, Kusha and I struggle to put out content for you guys and manage our trades. So the people out there, they're not trading, man. Like, you look out for clues. They're not trading. Okay, guys, I'm exhausted. We'll talk about the rest of the altcoins on Wednesday. Maybe I'll do another stream, and then Friday, right? Until the next one, do the mango way, do the easy way, do the stress-free way. Ciao. And thank you all for joining. I really, really, really appreciate all of you. Maybe I should consider doing 10 to 15 minute videos max. Maybe you guys should try coming here on and try to distill all your thoughts out in 10 to 15 minutes and see how much you're going to struggle. There's so much I need to talk to you guys about, because if I say something, if I cover something in 10 to 15 minutes, people then come back with, oh, but you said this and you said that, but I'm like, yeah, but you missed out on the previous videos where I talked about all these other factors as well, because there's so many factors. Like today, think about what I talked to you guys about. I gave you guys a holistic analysis on all the time frames, right, on multiple factors. How do you do that in 10 to 15 minutes? If you do that in 10 to 15 minutes, you're gonna end up targeting the people who only want calls. They don't want proper analysis and insights. It's impossible, man. Look at the amount of things we covered. And then if I do only 10 minutes where I cover only Bitcoin and I don't do Sol, Cardano, Theta, ADA, right? Either way, I'll be cutting you guys short. Either I'll be cutting you guys short on the depth of information I give you guys on the market, or I'll be cutting you guys short on the amount of coins we cover. One way or the other, can't make everyone happy. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys in the next one.